Hi folks, welcome to my channel. Today is a very exciting day for me because today I am going to get Botox in my neck. If you're new here, I should probably explain I'm just an American living in Germany for a real long time, and God, close to 4 years now ago, I found out I had a tumor in my head. And since they took it out, it left me with a bunch of problems, issues like partial facial paralysis, deaf in one ear, vertigo. You returning viewers and subscribers are already aware of this. I did this, it would have been probably about 6 months ago. This Botox therapy is just to stop some nerves in my neck that are reacting wrong. Because essentially, when they took that tumor out of my head, all of the nerves on this side of my face got really damaged, had to learn how to work again. They're still trying. We'll get into that later. And in that process, it's very common that some nerves learn wrong. So I got some little nerves in my neck that think they need to react when I attempt to close my eye, which, by the way, I couldn't do right after that operation. This particular Botox therapy is no promise or quick fix, and it's definitely not cosmetic if that's what you're thinking because you hear Botox. Generally speaking, it's supposed to be done every 3 months, and the hope is that in that time that these are sort of numb, that my face is learning how to react again better. And the last time I did this, I felt improvements immediately. I felt like I could move a little bit more of my face. And I think it was really interesting for me is that this all didn't feel as heavy as it usually does. As it does right now. It feels heavy, like it's weighed down. It feels hard for me to move. So I'm gonna go do that, and when I come back, we'll go over all of that and I'll get into a general acoustic neuroma update. Where I am now, almost 4 years since they took this damn thing out of my head. Before I go, they're probably going to inject me around here. Last time she gave me like here, I think it was here, and I think there was something like right around here. Obviously I can't see her when she's doing it. And I mean, if you watch this general area, you can see, a good way to see it is when I try to close this eye, you'll see little nerves that react. Right. So here's our before my Botox treatment shot. See you in a second. All right, folks, I just got back. All right, so I went in there to my appointment. What was nice is there wasn't much of a waiting time. Everything was pretty much ready. My Botox had been delivered for me this morning, so it was sitting there waiting to be injected. And after a quick little chit-chat with the nice lady neurologist doctor at this hospital, she then took a look at what the nerves are doing, and she gave me a couple shots. I think I got about 5 of them. Important to me was that she concentrated. I have an area here that really hurts. Right here, sometimes it just feels like a little stinging in my neck. But really cool was, I told her what surprised me most about the last time I had this Botox put into my neck was it relieved things I didn't expect. Like, I have a variety, all kinds of weird little feelings, anything from feelings to pain to numbness that goes on back here because they cut me from here to here and reasons. But what I'm getting at is I told her, I said, I didn't expect that it would give me relief in that area. And so she put a little bit more in this area here than she did last time. Last time we started small just to see what it did. Right, so right now the Botox is in there and it's going to settle in, and according to the doctor, I think it's something like 24, 48 hours, I should really start noticing some things. Like last time I noticed, not just like it gave me some pain relief in the neck area, but I felt like I could use this area more. And a few other little spots, I was getting some feelings. I had a positive reaction. But what do you say, you and me, we go somewhere a little bit more comfortable, a little bit not so in my face, and we'll continue on with my acoustic neuroma update. Come on. That's right. For you folks, only a few seconds have passed. But for me, it's been a glorious 48 hours. Yep, 48 hours. And I'm wondering if you see any difference at all. Boy, I'll tell you, I really feel a big difference. Like I have relief in those weird head and neck pains. And this whole area here feels a little bit easier to move, but definitely not as heavy. And the stingy pulley feeling I had down here is almost gone. Like, I still think I feel little hints of it. But I am really honestly blown away nonetheless at the relief I get in this whole area here. Yeah, I really am thankful that this all came together. It almost didn't. You see, this procedure is supposed to be done every 3 months, and, I should have done this 3 months ago. But when the time came, it was too complicated. There's so much running around in paperwork. Like, seriously, it's a paperwork nightmare. Big hassle. And when I decided I was going to give up and I was just like, I'm not going to go do this anymore, my therapist stepped in. My therapist got involved and straightened it out. Or at least somehow he made it just a little bit easier. And I am so glad it did come together. It's nice to just get a little bit of relief from my variety of issues that I have since having that stupid tumor taken out. And I need to say, as an American in Germany, I'm really shocked I didn't have to put the money out. I thought I was going to have to put money out for this and get reimbursed from my insurance company. Somehow I didn't. Thanks, Germany. Right, so now that I got you caught up on the whole Botox situation, let's just talk generally speaking. Let me just give you an acoustic neuroma update, a stupid tumor update, if you will. It's been a while. Something really noticeable to me right now is not just the relief from the neck pains I have here, but also, I have the feeling I can turn left a little bit better. It doesn't feel so, hard. But, yeah, I love that this doesn't feel heavy and pain is being relieved there. I feel like I can move a little bit better in that neck area. Another improvement I'm happy to report that I've been noticing over, say, the last few weeks would be around my mouth area. When I was editing my last members only video, I saw clear movement starting, I would say right here, what wasn't there a couple months ago. And I need to repeat, since getting the Botox, it feels easier to move this area. Big improvement compared to right after my operation when I had a hard time even keeping food in. I had to drink with a straw. And I think now I can even say 555 with almost no problem and no spitting. That's an improvement. 555. Also, another odd little thing that's hard to explain to people. So I said it a million times, right after the operation, I couldn't close this eye. And my God, I think it was a good 6 months I struggled with trying to make that eye do any kind of closing. Now I am seeing improvement where it wants to blink with this one, but it's not getting it every time. And I'm trying to be conscious of it and consciously try to train them, in my day-to-day life now, not just doing facial exercises. But the weird thing is, even as I got improvements with this eye, one thing that drove me crazy and still drives me crazy is this area right here. It feels to me like this area right here doesn't want to always go completely up, and when my eye is closed, it feels like just right here, a real tiny piece doesn't close. At the same time, that's the area that when I'm really trying to close it, it stings down here. And I'm just saying right now, post-Botox shot, it doesn't sting right here. And I feel like there is still an issue, but I feel like somehow I have a little bit of more power. I need to work on it. And while we're talking about this trouble spot, it's going to lead me right to my next trouble spot, which is this damn eyebrow, which I was about to give up on. It just doesn't seem like it wants to do much. But it definitely doesn't seem to have too much of an interest of acting with this one 100%. I feel like this is the worst and most noticeable when I try to show any emotion or I smile. If I just keep a straight face like this, you almost can't tell I have partial facial paralysis. But the second I start showing emotion and try to smile, look at these eyebrows. That's ridiculous. This one is a jerk. But recently, I noticed that the inside here is in fact trying. You can see it when I try to make an angry expression. I'm noticing here, this line's coming back and it is really trying to push in like this side does. So check this out. Relaxed, and then go from relaxed to angry. I see my eyebrow making an attempt here, and even from back here, something is trying to move. This side, though, I gotta say, there's still even some numb spots there. Something's going on with right here. This doesn't want to work, and that little chunk under my eye doesn't want to work. This may sound crazy, but I've actually lowered my caffeine intake because I noticed that, for example, when I drink too much coffee, and I'm known for doing that, I love coffee. But I swear, I've noticed that when I have too much caffeine in my system, it's like the attempts to blink together are much, much less. I think because my body's all like, and it needs to relax to learn how to work again properly together. And just something else really strange that I just want to throw out there in case there's anybody else watching this that's also been dealing with these same issues. Another phenomenon I've noticed over the years dealing with all of this is that, as the stuff starts to change very slowly, often the areas, as the changing is occurring, it'll hurt a little bit, but also itching. I've had this recently in the back of my head here. Sometimes it seems like parts are coming back that were numb since they cut that all open, and it's as they come back, it's not always the most pleasant feelings, and sometimes it itches, tingles. And what I'm getting at is I've had little feelings like that here, so I don't know what to think this many years out about this eyebrow, if I can expect it to ever get back to moving like the other one or like it did before the operation. It's so amazing to me that every time I want to just give up, then something changes. Minute, but something. A lot of you know that after they took this tumor out, I suffered from migraines. In the beginning, they were worse, and over the last year or so, they have gotten less. And I have to say, I have a noticeable difference recently. I haven't had a migraine in at least 2 weeks, I think, as I film this. So that's really nice. Definite improvement in that area. I do still have other migraine-like symptoms. Hard to explain, but if you've ever had a migraine, then you know that feeling that happens behind your eyes. I get that when my vertigo symptoms come on, but still not a full-blown migraine, so thank you. I'm also really happy to report that generally speaking, for about the last 2 weeks, as the weather has been a lot nicer, less stormy weather, I have been feeling generally a lot better. I'm having less hardcore vertigo spells. I'm still, a little off balance, clumsy. I bang my elbows and knees, trip over my own feet, but it's definitely not as bad. I haven't had in 1 or 2 weeks that feeling the world is pulling me down and I'm staying mostly in bed. Right now it's been, my boat's only rocking ever so slightly. The nausea comes on ever so lightly, a little bit of headache behind the eyes, but not really bad. Oh, I hope this lasts. But part of me thinks it's the weather. I really do. It's ever since this tumor got taken out. For some reason, in winter and in stormy times, I feel a lot worse. Boy, I'll tell you, I really can't express how thankful I am for the relief I have right now in my neck and how this whole area doesn't feel like it's filled with lead so much. I feel presently more motivated to really work on doing my facial exercises very slowly, methodically, but it's I feel like I have this possibility. I've got, should be about 3 months as this stuff slowly wears off. And I'm feeling right now is the time for me to keep doing my facial exercises. Not too much, because I can annoy the nerves too. And I don't know, folks, if I'm lucky, maybe we see that some of the stuff starts to stick. The stuff starts working together the way it should. I don't expect my face to go back to 100% as what it was before they took this tumor out. Honestly, I'm thankful for any improvement at this point. Honestly, with all the crap I've been dealing with since this tumor got taken out of my head, this little bit of relief is a little bit of a miracle. And I would like to say thank you to my therapist for getting involved in helping me with the crazy bureaucracy and paperwork. And of course, as an American, I'm going to say thank you, Germany, for taking care of me. And healthcare. Dankeschön. I got one last thing to add to this stupid tumor update. If you've been following my journey, then you know at one point, God, what was it, like 2 years ago, I went to a clinic down in Aachen, got all kinds of tests, CTs and such, to find out like what was really broken in there, what's really going on, what could be fixed or not. Maybe get me some answers as to why I feel the way I do and why my body reacts apparently to weather and such. And if you've been following my videos, you know that I'm very, very, very pissed off because they never sent the doctor's report or the paperwork. Well, I hope soon to give you all an update about that. Because once again, my awesome therapist has stepped in and supposedly they are going to send, finally, doctor's report, CT, so I can see exactly what was all destroyed by the tumor or by the operation I had. And when I get all of that, I will be sharing it all with you. This video, as usual, will go in the Acoustic Neuroma playlist in the hopes of reaching anybody else that had to deal with this stupid tumor. And of course, as I have any new information or updates, I will be sharing it with you all. As I say that, I need to give a big shout out and a big thank you to every single person that has clicked the join button here on my channel. Thank you, my beloved members, not just for letting me vent to you and let a little bit of the crazy out and tell you what's going on behind the scenes, and you not running away, but really, I want to give a big shout out and a lot of love and a big, big, big thank you to all of my members. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks for being here. I hope to be coming at you soon with something new, but until then, make sure that you continue to take care of yourself.